wishing for something fresh and new. Then a ping, a welcome sight. Rocket Wolf's going live tonight. Click the link, the channel loads. Time to share the daily loads. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. Maybe gameplay sharp and fast, or just a chat that's built to last. He reads the comments, sees the names, ignites community flames. If someone's down or feeling lost, he counts the gain, ignores the cost, shares a story kind and true, words of wisdom shining through. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. It's more than just watching a screen unfold. It's finding courage, brave and bold. He builds a space where folks connect, showing kindness and respect. Turns a dull night into fun, inspiring viewers one by one. With every stream he plays his part, putting encouragement in every heart. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. So tune on in, don't delay. Let Rocket Wolf brighten up your day. Yeah, Rocket Wolf, keep shining on. Stream until the break of dawn, or whenever you sign on. Woo! Woo! The world outside feels gray and slow. Got that screen fatigue, nowhere to go. Scrolling feeds the same old view, wishing for something fresh and new. Then a ping, a welcome sight. Rocket Wolf's going live tonight. Click the link, the channel loads. Time to share the daily loads. Oh, Rocket Wolf on the stream so bright, chasing shadows, bringing the light, with pixels flashing and a voice so clear, banishing boredom, calming fear. He delights and lifts us high, with wisdom shared beneath the digital sky. Entertaining, full of cheer. So glad to have a Rocket Wolf here. Maybe gameplay sharp and fast, or just a chat that's built to last. He reads the comments, sees the names, ignites community flames. If someone's down or feeling lost, he counts the gain, ignores the cost,
Monday, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone wherever you're at in the world. We are live in the Rockaway Studios in far north Queensland, Australia, the island continent. And it is a MoonWalker Monday here in Australia and soon to be in the UK, Europe, and Africa. Still a Super Sunday in the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Hope everyone's doing well, and thank you very much, Bandit, for the redeem. And
You're
thank you
welcome.
for the support.
Good morning.
Good morning. And also for Sakatera's 75 stream streak support. Wow. Holy moly. I can't believe you guys put up with me that much. It's crazy.
Good content. What can we say?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that. Thank you, Bandit. What's going on? Okay, so bottom of the specter here, it seems now. Let's see if he's working. Let's see if he actually comes up with the right answer. It did indeed. 430 meters below sea level, which is along the Dead Sea coast. Can you believe that? 430 meters below sea level.
That's a lot of distance.
It is. It's crazy.
I didn't realize it was that much.
Yep. So 3 times that.
It was the lowest.
Yep. 3 times that is almost 1,300 feet below sea level. No, that's actually on the coastline of the Dead Sea, Sakatera. In the Jordan Rift Valley.
Hey, Sakatera.
Isn't that crazy? Almost 1/5 of a mile below sea level. Actually, 1,300 feet is 1/4 of a mile. They had plans to make water hydropower in Africa by letting water in? Yeah, no doubt. I would rush in. All right, so beautiful morning out this morning. Late start this morning, trying to get my bones oiled and ready and working. And yeah, I was just thinking over the weekend a little bit about Foundry, and I think we might have reached a little bit of a dead end in the game. Not the whole game, but in a certain functionality. Only 155 meters below sea level. Oh, there you go. Yeah, and that's not even the lowest, but man, that's a lot of area to fill with water, eh? Africa's got some huge electricity problems. You know, there are over 550 million people in Africa that don't have standard electricity.
I knew it was some huge number.
It's huge.
I wasn't sure what the number was.
550 million.
I mean, I know their power's forever being turned off and on at different places to allow people to have electricity.
Yep, and this is a situation of no electricity at all, let alone having it turned on and off. South Africa has it turned on and off quite frequently. We got a couple of folks in our community like Twisted X Games and I forgot the other one. Both are in South Africa, but they only stream when they have electricity for 12 hours a day, and that's it.
Yeah, there's a streamer I used to watch a lot until they moved to Sweden, and they don't stream as often. They took a couple years off. But I know they were always having trouble when they were in South Africa finding a time to stream because of the power.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, let's skip the music from this pedophile. There we go. Oh, hang on a second. What are we getting notified about? Reminder. Eighth of June. Okay. Wow. All right. Getting a reminder now a week in advance. I guess they don't want us to miss our doctor's appointments, hey? Okay. Yeah. So let's get to let's get our lurk bait going. I forgot to start up lurk bait. Yeah, so I was thinking there's a limitation in Foundry that could be game breaking that we're going to investigate today. So let's get on over to that scene. Winter Bites. Oh, thank you for the support, Bandit. Look at the alerts working. Woohoo! Finally. That's a spin of the wheel. Hey, Zombie, how you doing today?
Zombie.
Took one of the 16 gigabyte sticks of RAM out, and it seems to be running more stable right now. Ah, yeah. So that might have an two different issues. It could be a motherboard issue because there's something broken on the motherboard, or the motherboard has a specific RAM configuration. So a lot of motherboards have 4 slots for RAM, and if you've only got 2 RAM modules, most people think, okay, put it in the first and second slot, but the motherboard might have specific configuration where you put it in the first and third slots, which is actually considered the first and second bank for RAM, and then the second and fourth slot are considered the next bank of RAM.
I think that's what my motherboard does.
Yep. So you got to be real careful which slots you put them in to get the best possible compatibility and usage from the RAM. So you reckon the RAM module is bad, Zombie? Yeah, that's true, Secretary. You've got 4 modules. You had a stick in A2 and B2, and that's fine as well too, but they actually kind of prefer the first slots available. Yeah, that sounds like a memory module, Zombie. For sure, for sure. The preferred is B2. Interesting. Yeah, paired with A2 and B2. It's interesting that B2 is selected as the primary. Okay, Bandit, you know how the wheel spin works, the rocket wheel, so you just say when and we'll do it.
When?
When it is. Let's hope we get a good, huge boost. Oh my goodness.
Oh, so close.
That was indeed. Thank you very much for the support. And let's do fish at ×5. I believe that's how that'll work. Yes, indeed. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much for that, Bandit.
Well, I love your content, and I believe in supporting the content I appreciate, so...
Thank you very much.
I buy biddies at the beginning of the month, and then I kind of dole them out between the ones I watch most regularly throughout the month.
Yeah, true that, zombie. It's a pretty unusual minimum recommended. What's going on here? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why that notification came up. Anna, you are collecting a serious amount of gold there.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. If
Pretty
there is
soon.
anything to do with it.
Yep, pretty soon, according to the roadmap for the iFish developers, gold will be spendable commodity, an actual economic system in the game.
Well, I collect channel points. I'll probably collect gold too. I don't spend very many channel points on many channels.
I can't wait to see what the things are we're gonna get to spend them on. Oh, what the heck happened here? Hang on a second. Yep, we had a bit of a resizing of the game window there for a minute. Okay. Yep, alright, so we seem to be alright. So what I wanted to take a look at was a potential game limitation. So a function of the game could be a game breaker. Let's just get to our respawn. Grab one of the landing pads. This is what I think is going to be a game limitation, which is with these shipping pads. And it came about in the last update, so recently, well, before the update, we could send any one of a number of different kinds of products up to the space station and then bring it down somewhere else on the map, which was a good way to distribute things, whether it's raw ore, raw materials, or raw items. And you could do that all over your map. With the latest patch, the devs made it so that you can have only one up and one down of a product. And that's a little bit of a problem. So we have Fermilite coming down at the main base, which heads down to the lava layer and gets smelted into Fermilite plates. That means you can only manufacture something in one place and send it somewhere. Like, for instance, ignium. So I had two different places where I wanted to bring ignium down and fuel some boilers for steam turbines. That's disallowed. You can only now have one place to bring a product down, like ignium, and that's it. So transporting wares from factory to space station, and there you go, Firmlight bar. So it says there's already another shipping pad moving this item in the opposite direction, which is untrue. We're not sending it up to the space station, we're bringing it down. Each item type can only be moved either to or from the space station, but not both at the same time. So there you go. And if you need coked ignium for your blast furnaces, since I already have one location bringing coked ignium, or coked ignium going up and then coming down to the blast furnaces, that's it. I can't place another shipping pad. And just like this Firmlight bar.
Why would they do that?
I'm not sure.
Cockeyed.
I'm not sure. It's game breaking because what that means now is when we go to the main base and we go to the shipping pad that brings Firmlight bars down, they're bringing it down to the lava layer. Oops. All the way over there.
I'm horrible about keeping up with patch notes, so I never know what the changes are.
Yeah, I didn't follow it either, and I discovered this by accident when I started to try and bring ignium down from the station in a second location, aside from its first location, which is at the blast furnaces, and it wouldn't let me do that. And then I read the hover notes on there and discovered, oh. So we're bringing Firmlight down here at the main base, sending it down to the lava layer, injecting it into smelters, and converting them to Firmlight. So since that's only allowed one time to bring Firmlight down and it's only one location, that means that this smelting facility is the only smelting facility you can have, and it's going to have to be spread all over in the lava layer unless, and here's the thing, unless I put it all on blue belts, tier 4 belts, and I send massive amounts down. The problem is you can't send massive amounts down. You're limited to 2,000 kilograms with a medium T2 shuttle or spacecraft. So you definitely run into an issue of throughput, which severely limits how much Firmlight sheets you can make. And then you have to ship it all over your map via train, which is more of a throughput limitation, or with cargo ships, which is even more of a limitation since trains are faster than cargo ships. The max speed and look at how small the quantities are. You can ship as little as 100 items on the T1 small cargo, and only a maximum of 1,000 items per shipment on the medium T2, which is the largest ship. So if I had these on T4 belts going down to the lava layer, it would be an oh my god. It's just too, it would be just too slow, even on T4 belts. So I don't know if I'm really happy with that development. I hope other people complain about it. The thing is, this applies to every single item that you send up to the space station. So I've got 4,000 Texelite wafers up there. I've got 25K in construction material, which means you can only bring that construction material down in one place and one place only. So I've got coked ignium, I've got toluxite ingots, we've got fermilite, we've got ignium ore, and I've got a lot of robots or mini bots up there that are quite a bit maxed out, which is fine because they're selling on the galactic market. But if I need to use those bots somewhere else on my base, I can only select one location and that's it. Can only bring them down once in one place. So I'm really hoping that the devs get a lot of complaints about that limitation. And the reason that's a big issue right now is because I'm building a second, it's not a base, but it's a second factory. So we got the mini bot factory in that direction, and we've got the robot factory in this direction. Hold on a second. Absolutely not. Get rid of that. That's on my excluded. I don't know why it's playing. Spotify really kind of annoys me in that regard. But anyway.
I must say, a lot of the music services are pretty bad with don't play list.
Well, what I don't understand is when I click exclude from all my playlists or exclude from accessing it at anywhere, why doesn't Spotify honor that selection? I literally clicked on the option do not include in any playlists or song playing, and it still pulls it up. The DJ pulls it up.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know that Spotify isn't the only music service that does that. Pandora does it too.
Does it? That sucks.
At least that's what I've heard people say. I don't use either one.
So here's what the issue is going to be now that we're at our robot base. I'm going to need to, this is where we're going to set up some manufacturing for the humanoid robots, which is why we have this power grid set up. So what we've got is solar panels on the top, a 10 by 10 array for 65 megawatts, and then we've got 10 batteries set up to hold a charge, 10 large batteries, which is going to be also a 10 by 10. I don't need a 1-to-1 ratio of solar panels to batteries, so I always start with 10, and I'll probably expand this out to 2 or 3 rows, but it'll grow as our solar panel array grows. But anyway, if we take a look at, let's see if I can pull up, let's see, which one is it? This one right here. So this is why this is a bit of an issue. So we have robots, personal assistant, operator, farmer, hazard, combat, assault, mining, science, and scout robots. And as far as the Thermalite goes, we need 104 a minute to produce these robots' body parts, torsos, heads, arms, and legs. We need 104 Thermalite a minute. That's just for the robot part itself. For ingredients, additionally, we'll need what is it that needs for, is it pistons? No, that's steel beams. These robot parts, which are an ingredient for almost every robot, needs 2 Thermalite sheet per cycle. And here's the problem. We need 192 a minute robot parts, 104 a minute Thermalite, and then for these robot parts to be made at 192 a minute, we need 2 times that for Thermalite, which is, 384 a minute Thermalite sheets. And that's just for robot parts. The weapons components, which we're going to need for another robot, is also going to need Thermalite sheets. Let's see what else. So that's a crazy amount of Thermalite sheets we're going to need. So the robot parts at 192 a minute, plus we're going to need 2 times that for the ingredients. That's 384. Plus we're going to need another, let's see, weapons component. We're going to one Thermalite sheet for weapons component at 64. We're going to need another 128 a minute. Well, no, we're going to need another 64 a minute to do the weapons components. What does the drill need? Can't believe we need, drills don't need anything. Planners or polyboards? Planners need polyboards. Polyboards are just made from liquid. Energy cell, glass, circuit boards? No. Those are made with polyboards. Yeah, so we've reached a pretty serious limitation just on Thermalite by itself, Thermalite alone. Everything for this factory over here we're going to have to bring in by train. Some can be brought down by spaceship. But yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to tackle that because that's a huge, huge issue. So, Thermalite, 384 plus another 128. Yeah. Plus the 104. Yeah, that's I don't know how we're going to tackle that with it being only allowed to bring it down once. It's going to have to, the only thing I can think of right now, it's going to have to be a massive smelting operation on the lava layer, and then that's going to have to be shipped all over the map, or, you know, all the way over here anyway.
Sounds like they kind of broke it.
I pretty much feel like, yeah, that's broken. I feel like they really did not think that through. And I don't know how many people have complained, because that's an easy hot fix. They disabled it with a patch. They can re-enable it with a patch. Welcome back, Secretary. The issue with the shipping pads. So as it stands, you can ship items up to the space station for storage, such as raw materials that are extra or whatever, and then you can bring them down from the space station. Oh, you can bring it out or down. So what it is you can send an item up and you can bring an item down only once in each direction. So you can only have one going up and one coming down. So for instance, I have ignium that feeds boilers in more than one spot on the map. I can send the ignium up once and bring it down, which in this case is at my blast furnaces. And that's it. I can no longer bring the ignium down in a second place. I can't even send it up from a second place. So you get only one up and one down. The problem I'm running into is the much needed Thermalite. Right here. So we earn Thermalite as our currency, in-game currency. And I'm bringing Thermalite down at my main base, sending it down to the lava layer. And in the lava layer, I'm smelting that into Thermalite sheets. No, that's the issue. And since we don't send Thermalite bars up to the station, we only earn them on the station, and then we bring them down. Which means the Thermalite bars that I'm bringing down at my base prevents me from bringing Thermalite bars down here and turning them into Thermalite sheets, because we're already doing that at the main base. You're not allowed a second... I'll show you what it looks like. You're not allowed a second platform to bring it down on. So, for instance, if I choose this one and transfer wares from my factory to the space station, this already has another shipping pad moving this item in the opposite direction, which is true. Well, which is not true. We don't send it Thermalite bars up to the station at all. So that's kind of a lie right there. But we are bringing it down. So each item type can only be moved either to or from the station, but not both at the same time. So that's kind of a misnomer as well, because yes, you can send it like ignium ore or coked ignium. I have coke ignium going up to the station. I've got some stored at the station, and I'm bringing it down at the blast furnace. That's all you're allowed. You cannot bring it down in a second location. And I ran into that problem with ignium ore. Until I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm going to put it on a belt or on a train. Oh my God. So that's a huge limitation, because that means over at my main base, I have to massively set up smelters underground to turn the fermolite bars into fermolite plates. And then I have to send them everywhere on the map with cargo ship or train or belt, God forbid, to satisfy any factories that I set up. Like this is going to be a robot factory right here, this entire swath of land. And one of the big problems is robot parts need fermolite sheets. I need robot parts at 192 a minute. Fermolite sheets are 2 per part. So that's 384 a minute I need in fermolite, which is 24 T3 assemblers. Just for that one part. The throughput of train travel and cargo ship, I'm going to have to utilize both train and cargo ship just to get enough throughput speed to feed these 24 machines. And that's just for robot parts. There are other parts in here like, what was it? Weapons components that also need fermolite sheets. And I need those at 64 a minute. And then I need fermolite production all by itself. Yeah, exactly. That's what mine did too. And as far as I remember, before I dismantled those still operate even after the patch. As long as you don't remove either one of them, they'll still operate. And I had that going on with ignium ore, and I screwed it up by deleting one of them, and I could no longer put it back down. So I'm really kind of upset over this latest development. And I call it game breaking because, yeah, exactly, mods. Yeah, it's game breaking because that means you cannot build multiple factories in multiple locations. I haven't looked, Sakatur, but if you happen to spy, I spy one. Actually, where is our mod? Where's the mod repository? Does Foundry have a mod repository? Oh, in the Steam Workshop. Oh, righto. Where did we get our Constructionator from? That came right from the devs, didn't it? That's in the workshop? Okay. I was looking at these achievements the other day, which I don't have some of these achievements. This one kind of, let there be lights, finish the quest lights. I'm way past that. I'm not able to unlock that. I can't reactivate it. The rest of these I can do because I haven't actually started making any of these bots that are on this list. Or bots. There's only a couple of bots. Screeny bot, planter drone, and the snack bot. The rest are the robots. But I have no idea why this lights quest, this lights quest is only a matter of manufacturing a light pole and placing it down on your foundation. I can't reactivate that, and placing a light pole doesn't clear that quest. And I don't know how to unlock that quest. Actually, they don't have to be unlocked. All you have to do, yeah, ignore the lock because you can do this thing. So 2 more pump jacks and that'll unlock. We already did the mining efficiency right here. 10 of 10. Or mining efficiency upgrade 10 times. I don't know how to unlock that one. So that one quest is going to keep me from getting 100% achievement. I think it was over on the main menu. I'm not sure. So I guess that's going to be the biggest thing. The biggest hindrance is going to be having the ability to obtain enough throughput from permalite sheets in order to feed a factory over here. Unless I do every bit of it from the main factory. Hey, also, I wanted to show you guys something. One way to clear land, of course, is to go around like this and destroy blocks. Another
You're
way...
on the personal assistant still. We can't see what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Another way to clear land, aside from using your drill, is to use your mining drill or tunneling machine. Another way is to lay a railroad track, which clears land. And then there's one more way, where there's also using this tool, which is box shape, and designating land to be removed, and the ships will come over and remove it, or your personal drones will remove it. Or one more way is to, for instance, use your what's this tool called? The blueprint tool. So you grab your blueprint tool. I'll just take it from here. Designate an area like you're going to do copy a set of machines and whatnot. Drag it out like you do your deconstructionator. Drag it up to wherever, and then right click and choose open panel. Hold on a second. Right click, open panel, and then click on demolish terrain.
Interesting.
And boom, look at that. It's gone. And yes, it does go into your inventory. I know, right? Exactly. Way faster. Yeah, is two inventory optional? Probably is. Full bounds. Save, load, confirm, confirm. I don't see the option on the duplicationer. But yeah, super handy. And then of course you just drag it and boom. So you can use that in, well, I'm going to be using it because I want a nice flat contour level with these. I can lower the elevators, but I think it's level with the top of this terrain right here. Yeah, it's level with the top of this. That's a quick way to, I'm not sure how big. We might want to take a look and see. How big of an area? Let's do a new one. $90, $100. Doesn't seem to have much of a limitation. That's 120 by 334. Yep, it's clearing it. I don't have enough inventory, so I don't know if that's going on the ground or if it's just getting destroyed. It seems like it stopped clearing land.
Maybe it only clears it until your inventory's full.
Yeah, it looks like it was still doing it, but yeah, it stopped. Yeah, it stopped clearing it because of my inventory. But I mean, that'll stay designated. Quite quick to clear land that way.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's quite the handy little tool.
Remember that bit of that tidbit. Probably won't, but
it is quite handy. No seeds, no biomass. Okay. We can also put some of this scrap into storage.
This game of Vintage Story that I started when they put the new update out, I have
Yep.
found a ton of high fertility soil.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. I wonder if that's going to be across the board for everybody.
I haven't noticed it with anyone else that I'm watching.
Yep, definitely. That would be really sweet because high fertility soil is a pain to make. Alright, so I guess the first thing we want to do is definitely maximize our belts to tier 4.
Now, I was having trouble finding clay, but I finally found some.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's another one that's a big challenge.
It was under some of the high fertility soil I found. I was picking up high fertility soil and I went, oh, there's clay underneath. Hot dog, I need that clay because I've got enough copper bits that I have been waiting for clay so I can make the molds and everything.
Interesting, Sakatera. Interesting. A game setting option when you start a new save or load an old one. All right. Where would that show up at? Yeah. Oh, settings, gameplay, auto climb, chat, hotkey bars, terrain block shattering. That's just an animation. I don't see it. No, just the settings menu. Keybinds, mods. Load game. Settings. Keybinds. What about mods? All right, the planet. Recipe calculator. Unfoundry. And duplicationer. That's the mods. I can't believe it's going to be a key mod. It's not going to be a keybind. So settings is it. New world options. New world options. Where's that at? Single player new save. Legacy shipping pad rules. So it's not old saves, it's only a new save. It says you have the option to disable this when you load an old save or when you start a new game. So it's just start a new game. That's it right there. Highly advised to not enable this. Breaks all game balancing in terms of long distance logistics and renders trains and cargo shuttles useless. That's a bad warning.
I say.
Shoot, we got ads. Mr. Nomad, how are you doing, mate? Sorry you popped right in during an ad break. We're going to be on BRB just for a minute to get a stretch bio break, refill the coffee, all that good stuff, and then we'll be back shortly. Hang in there, everyone. All right, I'm back, and we'll be, there we go. Okay, added legacy shipping pad rule set to game start settings. To game start settings, yeah, but I don't think... to game start. Not gameplay. Yeah, it's definitely not in the gameplay. It should be the debug options. Desync debugging. Oh, the in-game pop-up. I think Alt U was removed. Now it's just U, isn't it? Single player, load game. There's no option here. All you have is load latest or load a game save. There's no option. All right, let's look in game again. Is that Alt U menu still there? I thought they removed it when the U option became a thing. Let's check it. Oh, it's still there. Yeah, no worries, Nomad. I saw that you joined right when the ad started. Alt U is the only one that I know is camera controls. Shadow distance, fog distance, fly cam, default cam, special. Points of interest. I don't see anything new in here. Yeah. Oh, the one for spawning stuff into the game? Was that this one? No. This is mostly just for the this is the camera tools. So Alt U is the camera tools. What would be... Hold on. Deselect. Where's the debug? Camera tools is Alt U. I know, right? It might. That sounds right, though, Secretary. Alt O? Alt Shift O? Something like that. Yeah, because it was a debug menu. That's it. Alt Shift U. Oh, it'll disable the achievements, right.
I think it's not going to let you do it.
Toggle train debug info. I don't see it on here. Drone pads. Well, I don't see it anywhere in this menu either. Maybe I'm blind, but see, this information, this hover tip is incorrect in a number of ways. There's already another shipping pad moving this item in the opposite direction, which it's not, because we don't send Firmalite bars up to the space station. Each item type can only be moved either to or from the station, but not both. That's a lie. At the same time, because we have coked ignium going up and coming down. Right here. So this is coked ignium coming down. Actually, I should change this. We have coked ignium coming down. Oh no, coked ignium going up. And it's coming down at another location. I don't know where it's coming down at. I forgot where I was getting coked ignium sent to, but yeah. They changed the shipping rules at some point between when I played with Update 2 and Update 4 when I started a new save. Shipping rules when you start a new game is about, yeah, you can only go one way or another now, unless you did the legacy shipping option, but with that error, it doesn't seem... Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, what even though the UI tip says something completely different, you can send it up to the station. You can have one sending up and one bringing it down. Where would I have that coming down at? It's going to be near... Coked ignium. Where am I using coked ignium at? Oh, I wonder if coked ignium is used over at the Tuluk site. I can't see coked ignium being used at the ore veins like technum or ferrite or ignium. Is coked ignium used? It's not. These are cargo pads. We can see shipping pads. Yes. It is used in blast furnaces. So what I've got is coked ignium being made at the blast furnace here. And then splitting off of that, I've got it going to a shipping pad up to the station. You get a pop-up the first time you load a pre-update save, and only then you can oh. Right. Well, you know, they could have been a little more clear on their instructions. Hang on. Where's my Tuluk site at? That's it over there. No, this wasn't coked ignium. This was ignium that I had going on over here. And silly me removed them. So this was actually a mistake because where this train station is, I had two shipping pads here actively sending ignium up to the station from the main base and bringing it down here to power these boilers. It was actually working, and I disabled, or I deleted one by accident. I went to put it back down again, and it wouldn't let me, so I had to belt it all the way over from the ignium where it was coming from. It was coming from over here. There was an ignium deposit. This one right here. So I had a shipping pad right here that was splitting the ignium ore out, coming to here and sending it over to the toluxite boilers. And then I couldn't utilize it anymore. So we're kind of out of luck. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So the only way to compensate for this new limitation now is to, in order to get the throughput of thermalite sheets, is I'm going to have to utilize both cargo pads and trains, because this is where thermalite comes down from the space station. I'm going to have to use a cargo pad somewhere over here and trains and send it way over to a robot factory that way, which is still going to be a throughput limitation, a massive throughput limitation. Have to upgrade this elevator also. They found a lot of people were just using the shipping pads to move things all over the planet, up and down, so that, yeah, which makes perfect sense. Everybody thought of that, you know. So they changed the rules to push people to use trains and transport shuttles, all in the name of game balance. And therefore killing the game. Because in that logic, Nomad, in that logic, they failed, since you're only allowed one shipping pad, they failed to increase the throughput of the shipping pad. And that as well, Secretara, is another aspect of the game that was useful, that is now dead. You see this vertical position, so there's a time dilation between the ship getting from the shipping pad up to the station and then coming back down and delivering the product, and limited to a tier 4 belt. But yeah, you have two, right, because you enabled the legacy. New save without legacy? Well, here's what I'm running into. Right there. I have one shipping pad bringing the thermalite bars down. I cannot add another one. Well, you can't ship thermalite bars up. Which one? The big one, Sakatera? If I delete this one, then I can set this one to bring the thermalite bars back down. So it'll let me bring the bars down from the station only once. Mighty Stoosh! How you doing, mate? Yep, that's correct. That's what they did, Stoosh. Well, it's not a brand new save. It's a save from before the update. I don't have a brand new save. But this says it all right here. This UI pop-up says it all right there. Each item type can only be moved either to or from the station, but not both at the same time. That's the new rule. So that being the case, Nomad, if you've got 2 shipping pads bringing down Firmalite bars, that goes against the new rule. Because you are only, it says it right here, you can only move items in the opposite, or in each item type can only be moved either to or from the station, but not both at the same time. Yeah, Firmalite bars only come from the space station. You can't manufacture them. Pretty sure. You can do sheets. Right, I no longer have... All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I don't have any ignium coming down from... Oh, I got this from pad. Hang on. All right, from the station to the factory. Oh, can't do that. Hang on a second. All right, I can send bars up, but I won't be able to bring them down. Right. So transport wares from the factory to the space station. Transport wares from the space station to the factory. Okay. So we've already got one bringing thermalite bars down from the space station. If I go to transport wares from the space station to the factory. Oh, hang on. Maybe I did make a derp. Maybe I made a derp. And before I go over there, I might have made a derp. That's a small. Those are smalls. No mediums. That's assembly line. That's the normal one. Okay. Yeah, coctignum is a... Oh. Oh. Where is it? Ignium ore blend. Ignium rubble. No, it doesn't seem like you can sell it. Oh, is it on the bottom? Yeah, coctignum. You can sell it. I wasn't selling it, I was just moving it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can sell all of your resources on the market. Let's clear this land real quick. Yeah, exactly. Well, got rid of most of it. I cleared the land quickly. Oh, almost. That one little bit. Not removing all. That time I demolished decor, demolished terrain. Didn't take care of it, didn't do all of the biomass. Oh yeah, sorry, didn't catch up. Almost finished Shapes 2, then New Foundry Save, or actually finished New Tectonica. Anytime you run out of space, the item it tried is skipped. Okay, right. Oh, can't get under it now. Hang on. Yep, there we go. Let's see if that'll remove the vegetation. Now, it should remove that vegetation right there. Yep, there we go. Oh, thanks, Sush. Still didn't clear all of the vegetation. Yeah, might have been. That's all right. There's only going to be a few here and there. For the most part, it's gotten rid of it. Yeah, at the bottom of the box, it got rid of all the vegetation on down to the bottom of the box. The rest of that we're not going to worry about because we're going to be laying out a foundation at the level of the bottom of this box. Yeah, this is below that, so that's fine. You see, this is not actually down on the ground, so that's not going to get removed. That's fine. Yep, that's cool. Below the box is going to be covered up anyway. We won't see it, so. All right, now let's do this. Let's bring Thermalite down behind the station so that we don't interrupt the air path or the flight path. Oh, that's right. It's got to be on building blocks. Yeah, exactly. Now, we should be able to lay out foundation right on the top here. Well, almost. I'll have to raise my elevator one. I didn't realize I was one below my target, but that's all right. I think 38 by 38 is big enough. Yeah. They need the building blocks, but they don't need power. They need one to aim at. Oh, it's an aim thing. So, for instance, 27. So 13 is half, and there's one block in the middle. So I could put one block there. I can remove all of those. So you just have to be able to aim at a foundation block. So you got to have at least one block to aim at. You can't aim at terrain. So that's what the issue is. Here it comes. That's a pretty slow throughput, though. I mean, look at this. That's, you know, they need to step that up. They really do. Yeah. Very true, Nomad. It's always been slow. Very, very true. Crap. Did I really? I'm sitting over in a xenoferrite vein of 18 drill points. Freaking hell. Alright, rocket's a maroon. Alright, so we're gonna try something. Mr. YOLO, thank you very much for the lurk, mate.
FedEx is delivering late on a Sunday. They just dropped off a package for me.
Oh, sorry about that, Bandit. I was hacking up a lung. Still recovering from COVID.
It takes a while.
Yeah, I missed what you were saying. A late delivery on something?
Yeah, FedEx is delivering late on a Sunday. It's
Oh,
almost 9 o'clock and they just dropped off a package for me.
yeah.
My cat food and kitty litter just arrived. I was guessing it wasn't going to come till tomorrow with how late it was.
I thought we had a move function. Tap Alt is move mode. Move sideways mode. Ah, gotcha. Oops. That's what we want. Ah, it didn't move it. What? Okay, so move is a complete lie. Oh, is that what it was? I probably should have slowed down and read the pop-up UI, right? Righto. That's all right. Oh, that's backwards. Oh. Oh my God. All right, well. That's just decoration, it's not really there. Alright, let's try it again then. Shall we? Sorry, my mute's going the frickin' wrong way. Why can't I move that now? Alt is not letting me move that. Let's select a new area. Oh, we're on... Dang it, ads. Stupid ads. We're on ads again. Bear with me, guys. I forgot to click. We're not confirmed copy. Move mode, yep. Right. Can't win for losing. Oh, it did a copy. Great. I've almost given up on this whole idea. Welcome back, everybody. Just about done screwing around with this.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I didn't actually go anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I've kind of been watching. I'm thinking it's almost time for me to disappear, though. I haven't been sleeping well the last few nights. Didn't sleep at all Friday night.
All right. Oh, that's right. We can't add inventory to it. All right, that's all right. That's all right. We can always add those right there. Which is fine until we get the factory built, so... Okay, so we know we're gonna need at least 24 T3 machines. So do I want to do 3 rows of 8? 2 rows of 12? I reckon 2 rows of 12 to start with. 2 rows of 12 to start with. We can do 7 because we're going to be short of fermilites. Oh, that sounds like a Star Trek theme. That's the new Star Trek. All right, what are we going to be out of? I've got xenoplates. Let's clear the rest of this. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Seeds, gravel, stone. 3 plates, 3 rods, 3 steel. Electronics. Circuit boards. Machinery parts. Why don't I have machinery parts? It's not on my list, is it? Ah, that would be why. Right there, machinery parts. I do not have a pick box for machinery parts. What do you know about that? Oops. Wrong one. And those would be... Actually, I could put a few more in there, just... just so that they're there. Could put some belts in there. Probably gonna need that. Okay. So what we're going to do by bringing Firmalites down there is looking down in the lava layer to see that we've got plenty of room to smelt some more Firmalite sheets.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night.
Okie dokie. Have a good rest. Thanks for the
Thank
support.
you. Enjoy the rest of your stream
Thank you. Thank you.
and feel better. I know it's a long road to haul after having COVID.
Yeah, indeed. I've still got the sinus infection and the coughing and whatnot, but otherwise, I'm recovering slowly but surely. I thought this weekend was going to be all I needed, but I guess not. I'm just too old. Need another week. But,
No, take it easy.
thank you.
See
Have
you
a good
tomorrow.
rest. Bye. All right, let's see. Yeah. So just... Thank you for the lurk, Bandit. Don't forget to check out Bandit's stream. She's been playing a new game. Paralife, I think is what it was. Worth checking it out. All right, now we need to get down to lava layer here. I did not bring my drill machine. There's a lava tube right here. Wonder how fast these drill. Any faster than sand? No, same speed as stone. That's rather slow. Sorry, yeah, no man, that's correct. The only reason I looked at that is because I thought it was going to be softer and would drill faster. But it's not a faster drill. It's the same speed as regular stone. I just figured it would because it's like a softer. I figured it was a softer material would drill faster. But that's all right. see how clear the area is. And I'm right inside. There we go. Alright, that's just so I can see this from a distance and get back to the surface without teleporting to the main base. Alright, so our base faces north-south. First of all, what we're gonna do get rid of that. Also, we're gonna look at, I'm gonna make one more of those, and then yep, just wanted to see if that would work. It's just we're gonna have a lot of smelter action going on down here. Ooh, got some blue in there. Didn't even realize. Yeah, we could put that there too. Alright, let's bring this a safe distance away from the storage box. End up with a lot of lava smelters here. The only reason I put those in the box is because I figured I'm going to recycle those later. Because, you know, free material, right? All right, we can see pretty wide area there. All right, we just want to make sure right about here looks good. This is close to our shipping pad. Huh. Yep. So kind of at the front of the shipping pad. It'll be a while before that finishes. In the meantime, let's put a smelter down here. Probably start right there. Thermalite bars, of course. And I've only got 10. Well, that sucks. did I not put a pick box? Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe it's down here. Pick box. Boy, Rocket, I tell you. No pick box for Firmalite. That's alright. We'll take those. We'll take those. Was teleporting still part of the debug menu, or did they remove that? Hang on. Oh, I need Firmalite bars as well. Alright, that's alright. Boy, that elevator's taking a long time to get down there. Oh. Can the elevator not... Oh, it's just still going. It's at 22. Boom, done. Okay. Alright, we'll put that back in a second because it's not going to be directly on the ground anyway, because smelters are elevated a touch. So let's take, how many of these do I have? 66, and that's not enough? It is enough. Sheets. All right. Let's place one to start with. Oh, did I? Okay, cool. Thanks, douche. Alright, so I'm just gonna put one here, just so I can get an idea of the level. Which will be... right there. Then we can put our elevator back. Well, shoot. Okay. It didn't work out exact, but you know. Yeah. That's the idea, anyway. Okay. Now, there's gonna be that doesn't need to be there, it's just for looks. The arrangement of the smelters is going to be crap. There's nothing you can do about it because they can only go in certain places. So, I'm going to leave 1, 2. Let me think. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A gap of 3. But it's going to be spaghetti no matter what you do because of how they're placed in the lava, which pretty much sucks, but there's not much you can do about that. It's just the nature of the beast. For starters, I better put a pick box on here, because I know I'm going to need one. Oops. Oh, way to go, Rocket. I wonder why that wouldn't let me place that lower. Oh, because it's a belt which acts like a foundation. Right, okay. There we go. All right, so, can you delete the rocks in the lava? Yeah, so what, right, these rocks, no. This floor cannot be drilled, removed, or, you know, otherwise deleted in any way, not even with the duplicationer. Everything above this, yes. But if you were thinking, oh, let's remove some of these rocks to access the lava, no, it's not gonna let you. Hey, Tug. Yeah, so that's just, you know, it's a challenging part of the game. They did that on purpose. Just to make the lava layer challenging, basically. But yeah, very awesome idea. Wait. Yep. What's Tug been up to? Oopie. Oops, rocket. Ah. Playing some Railroader. Oh, man, I haven't played that in a while. I love me some trains. I don't know what I just did there, but yeah. Just open up Andrews, staying a little busy. Yeah, no doubt. Wait, Railroad. Oh. I was thinking Railroads Online. Do I have Railroader? Yeah, there's not much you're going to be able to do to avoid it, douche, unfortunately. Not with the lava smelters. Everything else you can, but with lava smelters, it's like, oh my god, yeah. Do I have Railroader? I do have Railroader. Ah, okay. I think I got about 10 hours of playtime in this. I was checking it out. When was the last patch on that, Tug? Yeah, Stoosh, it's all because of these rock patches in here with the lava. And trying to maximize the footprint, you know. because sometimes you can get them squoze in there like that, you know. Let me think about something here. Let me think. If I leave... If I do that, if I do that, and have one lane between them, could do this. I could do that. And then just use something like that. That could work. That could work. It's still going to be spaghettification, you know. I mean, it's just because of the... That won't leave a path between them because you need more than one. You need a pad for the loader, so that won't work. It's got to be a gap of at least 2. Oh my god, that's exactly the same spot. There we go. Now, actually, no, we're on the wrong side. Back it up, Rocket. Yeah. That's the only problem, is the fact that this just spaghettifies all over the place because of accessibility of lava footprint. That's too close. not gonna let me. Oh, rail maintenance, really, Tug? Sorry, I just read that. Actually gonna do rail maintenance. Oh my god, my timer is an hour off. Shoot. Come on. Come on, Rocket. Wrong one. Again. Where's your splitters at? Oops, hey, what happened to my... little steps? There we go. Okay. We got a few in. Okay. Ad break. Dang it. Okay, that gets us started. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out through the break. I think it just built the wrong thing. No, that's right. Hang on, how much power do we have? 10 gigajoules of battery. How come the battery's not charging? Oh, sun went just went down. Silly me. 100 solar panels is 65 megawatts. These are going to be robot parts. So, 4 lanes. Let's see, we're gonna need 4 lanes. Yeah. It's gonna be a mini bus line. We're far enough from the train station, or these train stations. We're gonna be manufacturing all our stuff here on site. So we're gonna manufacture electronics, advanced machinery, and polymer boards. We've got water and olemite over here. There's the olemite and the water, and we'll start creating our fluids and gases. And then, of course, plates and rods. So, machinery parts, which are plates and steel. Steel we might bring over on a train. Only because we've got this available to us, the Tier 2 steel beams. But yeah. Yep, that's true. However, actually, this particular olemite patch, this one's got 11 million liters of crude olemite. And fortunately for me, which I need to do another one, fortunately, my pump jack efficiency is at an 8. Yeah, this is a decent one. That's why I was very shocked and very surprised, because it doesn't look big like an ore vein looks, but for one this size, it's 11 million. Plus my pump jack efficiency is up so high that by the time I need more olemite, looky here, there's 4 of them right here in close proximity. So this one right here is also 11 million. And then just coincidentally, This one's almost 18 million. So we've got almost 40 million. Almost 40 million with pump jack efficiency of 9, or we're going to be at 9 and 10 shortly. These three right here will do all of my liquid operations of paint, olemite, processing, all that goodness. Which I'll process off here to the north of the manufacturing. So ground level, bring whatever final product I need over this direction. And just for the robot parts themselves, I'm going to need, 24 of the T3 assemblers. But it's all going to be laid out in this direction. So I'll probably just do 2 rows of 12, even though the T4 belts will probably deliver product all the way down to the 24th machine. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, but it's 16 a minute for the electronics, so I'm going to have enough electronics feeding a line as far as a 1280 a minute belt can take it. Really kind of annoyed at myself that I set my stream timer 1 hour longer than it should have been. Because I've actually got to get going and get Peanut started on homeschooling. So we're going to be making... What are we going to need here? We're going to need paint, right? Yep, painting our robots. We're going to need liquid polymer to make our polymer boards. And the high density, which is going to give us, oh, hang on. Yeah, we're going to need our high density for the rubber. So rubber and polymer is going to be made right here. The glass we can make right here from the rubble or from the mineral. Actually, do we have a mineral? I think we had a, yeah, right here. Got a mineral patches here, but we've got a mineral vein here. So again, we can tap that, bring the mineral in. What else are we going to need here? Let me high-tech robot parts, I think, takes yeah, that takes rubber. So we're going to need to produce the rubber. Pistons needs the low density olemite. So 24 assemblers for the robot parts, 14 for the high-tech robot parts. CPUs are going to be pretty massive. CPUs take olemic acid and toluxite and polymer boards. So we're going to need the toluxite, olemic acid, and the polymer boards. So we've got our water available. We'll have to crush some ignium to make ignium powder. And then, of course, olemite gas, which will come from just crude olemite. So that's all going to work out pretty good where we're at, because thank God for these huge deposits of olemite. Right. So I did a little bit of pre-planning. I've got all the requirements for the robots stuck in the spreadsheet. All of the recipe items for every one of these robots are here in this list. So we've got 17 items that make all of the robots. And then how many we need of each per minute to start us out. So robot parts to feed the manufacturing of every one of these different types of robots is going to be 192 minute of robot parts. So we'll need 24 T3 assemblers. And those will make, or those will need, these are going to need permalite, ferlimite, polyboard, advanced machinery, and electronics. That will be just 4. So for instance, the personal assistant, these are all to make in a tier 3 assembler makes 8 a minute of the torso, 8 a minute of the head, 8 a minute arm, and 8 a minute leg. So as long as I'm making 8 a minute of all the parts, then the only thing I have to worry about is this bad boy over here. Where is it? Hang on. Where are all my robot assemblers at? That's all decoration. They must be here. Ah, here we go. Assembly lines. This is the end product, the painter before the end product, and then the assembly line producer. It all depends on the speed of these, the start and the producer. I don't actually, because it doesn't tell you the speed. I can't remember, because I had a robot line set up on one of my very first saves. I can't remember what the speed that the producer and the each one of these producers puts on either a head or a torso or an arm, and it only does one arm, either the left or the right. So you have to have 2 of them, one for the left, one for the right. Then you have to have 2 more, one for the left leg and one for the right leg. Yeah, it could go faster or slower. But that's just for one type of robot. That's just for one type of robot. And we've got personal assistant, operator, almost all, as a matter of fact, all of these are, I think all of them are 1-to-1 ratios, and they're all 8 per minute inputs, which are 8, they're 8 per minute outputs on these assemblers. So 8 a minute. Yeah, so far all of these parts are 8 a minute output. Yeah. So we've got what have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different robots, so we'll have 9 different production lines off the end of this. So the parts will be made here. We'll wrap those outputs of those parts over to just south of the mine operation. And in this area right here is going to be the robot production. That's correct. That's correct. So we will actually need, we're going to need double because the arms and legs are specific to that robot. So these are 8 per minute output. And like I say, it depends on how fast the assemblers can assemble them. I just don't remember how fast these were because there's welding involved. So what we'll do is we'll be tweaking our... Hey, Toxic, how are you doing? I have great news. I got cast to be in a movie about a bakery. About a bakery. No kidding. Congratulations. Is that a supporting role or is that like an extra? Oh my God, a small roll. Bada boom. Oh my God, I should have. Dude. And as for me... Embarrassing. Yeah. That was good timing, freak. You got that in there just in time while I was being seriously considering what I was doing with the factory. Yeah, there's not a lot of dough in it, is there, zombie? Too funny. You guys kill me.
Stop it. Get some help.
Anyway, we are at almost capacity for Fermilite. We're almost 1 million a day earning. We don't really need to increase that just yet. People don't think the grass be wet in the morning, but it do. Killing me, zombie. You're killing me.
Who driving this bus?
Well, it's good to see it, Toxic. Sorry that we ended up at the end of the stream. VND, see you. That's all right. No worries, Nomad. I've done that a million times. Damn, I still have stuff in my chest coming up. Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming along. Let's head over to our just chatting. Oh, look how beautiful outside. Oh my God. What are we looking like? We started at 72. We actually started at about 62 this morning. By the time I got around to starting the stream, it was 72. Now it's 78. Looking pretty nice. Last weekend I went, hang on a second. Last weekend I went camping. Had some surprising weather. I was okay, but it was intense. It was intense. Because that's what bad stormy weather is all about. So if you're having bad weather, when you go through a campground, you always ran through fast because it's always past tense. This show, I was camping and had some rain and wind. It was not terrible. It was on the beach. That would be interesting, Toxic IRL. Camping on the beach and then raining, because first you have the sounds of the surf, which is pretty dang cool to begin with, but then combined with rain on the tent, which likely drowned out the sound of the surf or made an interesting combination of sounds. And that could be loud. Actually, that might be earmuff or earplugs, because of the ambient noise level being so high. Talk about your white noise. A signal device? What was the signal device every 10 seconds? The last night was just surf? Nice. I love the sound of a surf. Of course, that's why I loved living in Daytona Beach so much, because I lived right near the beach. I was only about 400 or 500 feet from the beach. What I didn't like was the salt air breeze. Corroded everything. Door hinges, window frames, anything in the house, anything on the car. Salt water's horrible because the rust goes so damn quick when you're in a salt air environment. That's the only thing about it. But there are parts of the East Coast anyway in the U.S., the northern East Coast. Well, no, they get salt air pretty bad too. A beacon at the entry to Bodega Bay, and about 98% of the year the laser bounces back too soon, so it goes into low vis mode, flashing light and low. Oh no. How loud is that? I mean, a foghorn and a beeping. Oh my goodness. Yeah, bassy booming, a low booming bass sound. I could kind of deal with that a little bit. Yeah, low frequency usually it gets to travel a long distance. Higher frequencies tend to not travel so well. North of San Francisco? Oh yeah, I'm familiar. I'm familiar. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't been clamming or crabbing in quite a while. I'd love to get to do some of that. Oh my God, great song. I hate to end the stream right on that song. Had some good fish and chips at the local places. My wife had the clam chowder. Ooh, clam chowder. Oh my God. I miss good stuff like that. Oh, what's taking you up that way? $99. Horrible forecast. Horrible forecast. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys got your rating tools. More camping. This time it's the big family trip. Ah, Ah, cool. Nice. Well, I hope the forecast is a big fat lie, or at least something changes so that it's not horrible. At least it's not forest fires. That's a good thing, but it sounds like it's hot enough to be one. Yeah. Yosemite. Yeah, man. Home of the geysers. All right, y'all. I do have to wrap up. It is the end of our stream. You've got your rating tools, and we need to head on over to the outro screen so that we can get outroed and rated over to our next streamer. Don't forget to spam them. Thanks to everybody. Let's head over there right now. Thanks to everybody that came by. So, Digital Nomad was here. Mr. Hunter, huge supporter. Mr. Zombie, big support. Mass Bandit also. Mighty Stoosh. Sakatera, Toxic Freak, Tug, and YOLO as well. Thanks to all you guys. And even if you didn't chat, that's all right. I appreciate the support as a viewer very, very much. Let's get the raid started. That does take care of our Moonwalker Monday as everybody in the West gets their Moonwalker Monday started. I'll be on again tomorrow for our Taco Tuesday. Hope everybody has a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you're at in the world. And thank you very much for coming along to the worst stream on the internet. So very welcome, Digital Nomad. We'll be doing it again tomorrow, so hang in there, be safe, and stand by for the raid starting up in just a few seconds. I'm the Rocket Wolf. See ya!